So Texas is launching an investigation into Mars' alleged deceptive and illegal practices when it comes to the candy giant's use of artificial colors in its sweets. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton says that Mars lied about artificial colors not posing any known risks to human health or safety, claiming they've been linked to issues from ADHD all the way to cancer. Now, several companies, including Kraft Heinz, General Mills, and Smucker's, are removing these dyes from their products. They say it's what the market wants, not because they think the dyes are dangerous to consumers. This lawsuit comes as researchers dive into possible negative effects, including one neuroscientist who says that she linked artificial colors to her own son's health issues. NewsNation weekend anchor Anna Koyman has this story for us this morning. And Anna, this doctor says food dyes almost led her son to taking his own life.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Markie. Good morning. As the debate rages on about just how damaging these dyes are or are not, Dr. Rebecca Bevans never set out to become a food activist, she says, but watching her son's health collapse, essentially, and using her expertise to then trace the cause back to food dyes, she believes, now she is sounding the alarm for other parents who might be missing the signs.
He really started to have 10 meltdowns a day. And started to beg me to let him kill himself.
Heartbreaking anytime. But at the age of just 7, her son asks for a knife to make the twisted feelings stop.
No parent wants to look at their 7-year-old who is begging for you to get them a knife because they don't want to be here anymore.
Dr. Bevans says her boy wasn't sad, but tormented. 10 meltdowns a day. Some days he couldn't sit still. Others he couldn't speak. And then one night he said something his mother, a neuroscientist, couldn't unhear.
He told me that he couldn't concentrate to do his homework because his brain buzzed.
That brain buzzing. A key. And like a good scientist, Dr. Bevans went searching for answers and found one in a blog post written by a teenager she'll never meet, but credits with changing their lives.
I came across a blog by some 16-year-old girl. She talked about how when she ate Red 40, her brain buzzed. And it was like, okay, finally, I have this one-to-one here.
So Dr. Bevans started pulling things off her pantry shelves, and pieces of her son began coming back. That's when she discovered the real trigger for her son, not red, but yellow.
That poor kid crashed like an addict coming off of drugs. He was sleeping like 23 hours a day.
After making the connection, they cut the shaved ice that had artificial dye he'd been regularly consuming. And after 5 days, it was out of his system. Her son finally smiled again, and the family got their lives back. Dr. Bevans began taking the fight public. First, a TED Talk, now with nearly 500,000 views.
You're looking into the screaming, crying face of a 7-year-old who tells you that he just wants to die. What would you do?
Then featured in a documentary, To Die For.
If he continues like this, he won't make it to his teenage years.
She co-wrote a book, a science-backed blueprint for why these dyes don't belong in our food.
If I can reach one family and that they didn't have to go through what we went through, and if that kiddo didn't have to suffer, then it was a win.
So the FDA banned red dye number 3 just days before the To Die For documentary premiered. And Dr. Bevans calls it a real powerful moment for America, not for recognition, but for every family still looking for answers. And it's important to underscore again that these companies that are vowing to remove these other synthetic dyes, they maintain that they are safe, and they are doing this because of market pressure, not because of links to things like cancer and ADHD and other behavioral issues. But as you see from this parent here and this neuroscientist, she is absolutely 100% convinced.
And it just makes you sick to think about her 7-year-old asking for that. She's helping a lot of other families out there too who have had questions for a long, long time. Anna, thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.